Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Got some not so great news. Regulators are asking the banking industry what DeFi regulations should be. I mean, really? The banking industry? The arch enemy of anything that's decentralized? The industry that wants everything centralized so they can control everything? I mean, really? You're asking them? What do you think they're going to say? They're obviously going to say DeFi is evil, we need to get rid of it, and give all the power back to the banks. Because the banks are deadly afraid of decentralization because it takes away their power to control money. They don't want a cryptocurrency industry rising up alongside their industry because if the cryptocurrency industry does rise up along their industry, that means some of their money is going to get diluted in the crypto industry. And that will be more and more true as we come along and the newer generation comes up, because much of the newer generation does actually trust crypto more than banking, especially like millennials and Gen Z. So if you ask them what the DeFi regulations are going to be, they're obviously going to say, let's just shut it all down and give everything back to the centralized banks. I mean, I bet a lot of these banks were lobbying against crypto. Now, some of them have come around, like Goldman Sachs, like some of the traditional financial industry, like Goldman Sachs, has come around and realized they can make a lot of money out of crypto. But many of the banks are still really, really solid in their opposition to cryptocurrency because it challenges the old power. And obviously, DeFi, pretty much almost all of them are going to be against because, banks thrive on CeFi, like Ultra CeFi, where it's completely KYC, AML'd, and they control the ins and outs of everything. Now, having something where people can just go to DeFi and basically like avoid the banks to make money, that takes a large chunk out of their profits. So asking an opposing industry the regulations for this new emerging industry is kind of akin to asking wolves what should actually be, like a sheep asking wolves what should actually be dinner. It's like, two wolves and a sheep vote on what's actually going to be for dinner. So the thing is, like, this is not the right industry to ask. And the thing is, like, this whole crypto fiasco could have actually just been caused by the banking industry in order for us to actually get a situation like this one. Because when we have a situation like this one, they obviously win. Because they can regulate the crypto industry and the DeFi industry really, really hard and basically eliminate competition from the fold so they can ensure their dominance. And I'm betting a lot of congressmen, senators, and lawmakers are on that boat because they're receiving donations from the financial and banking industries. So hopefully they don't come up with regulations that are too restrictive, but even if they do, they really can't do that much against DeFi because it's more of a global thing and people will use VPNs to actually invest in DeFi. Congress needs to actually take account of that people actually will use VPNs, they will use DEXs if you try to shut down DeFi, and it won't really work in the long run. It'll just make things harder for you to regulate. I think it's much better for them to actually give decent regulations to DeFi, give easier reporting laws and reporting software so you can actually get that kind of tax profit. Whereas if you just make harsh regulations and try to push DeFi out of the United States, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunity, a lot of revenue, and people are going to do it anyways because they won't really care what you actually say on regulations. They will forego the agency's protections and use VPNs and DEXs on their own to get the rewards. So I think you really need to think about this. I think you're asking the wrong industry about DeFi. I don't really think the banking industry should have too much input on DeFi because their interests are actually aligned exact opposite of DeFi. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.